Today I'll be showing you how to utilize your new GDPR consent field within a service user or client's record. To access this, we firstly need to find an individual service user or client's record that we wish to place consent against. So to do this, we're just going to come to service user, and find, and we're going to drill into a record we wish to place consent against. So for the example today, I'm going to use Ben Lee here. Drilling into Ben's record, you'll notice that at the very top, there is a new tab called GDPR consent. Clicking into that, you'll notice that we have a consent status, a consent date, and corresponding consent notes. Within our consent status, we'll have three options. We have undisclosed yes and no. If you were to select this yes option, it will make this consent date mandatory. If, for example, you're a little bit unfamiliar with the date of when that consent was actually given to you, you can use this undisclosed option here at the top, which will make this consent date field non-mandatory, and then you can utilize the notes field to say something along the lines of the service user has given consent, however we just need to confirm the date to which it was given. Once that's been done, you can save the record here at the bottom right hand side of the screen. This will need to be done against every single one of your client records in order to ensure that you are compliant in terms of GDPR. However, say for example CQC come round and carry out an inspection, it is likely that you'll need to be able to produce a report for all of your service user records to show if there's been consent against individual accounts. To produce this report, it's quite an easy job. We're just going to come back up to our service user category here at the top, scrolling all the way down to exports and finally service users. It will take us through to a page where we're ready to produce that report. We don't actually need to change any of the information on these drop-down boxes, but all we need to do is press our export button here at the bottom right hand side of the screen. Pressing that will bring up an Excel spreadsheet ready for us to use, and it will bring out every single service user record that you hold in the system and pretty much every piece of information that's ever been inserted against their record. The three fields that CQC are going to be particularly interested in terms of GDPR consent are on the far right hand side of this report. Scrolling all the way along, we'll have three fields at the very end called GDPR consent status, consent date, and consent notes. As you can see, if we have an undisclosed status, the consent date field will be blank. However, we have corresponding notes saying that the service user has given consent, but we just need to confirm that date. This is how to utilize your GDPR consent field within a client or service user's record. I hope this video has been useful. Thank you very much for watching.